All right, welcome everybody. There was some issues with the software, so the video got stuck for a minute. So finally we are live. If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat box and we are all ready and all set to get started with our session for today. Awesome. Thank you so much. Lovely. Perfect. And I believe you are going to really enjoy today's session because there is a tons of value there in today's session, and they're going to be lots of great ideas that can bring a big change into your life. So just be ready and get excited because it's about just start it. Now what do I mean by it? Just start it. I'm going to share a couple of ideas here with you today. And then at the end of the presentation, I'm going to share a story with you. And that is story of someone who is a real life inspiration, a lady from, I believe, from US, and you are going to learn a lot from that story. But before that, let me ask you a question and let me know how many of you can really feel resonated with that. Okay. How many times in your life you got great ideas? It's like you have ideas and you wanted to, grow in your life, and you're thinking that, yes, this is something that I want to do. And then all of a sudden, something hits your mind, something strikes your mind, and you start thinking, whether should I do it or not? How many times that doubt has arisen in your mind? Let me know in the chat box. Whenever you decide to do, go towards a big goal, you have an idea that you want to chase, and then all of a sudden something came into your mind and you feel like that, oh, wait a minute, whether I should do it or not. Okay, so Saloni said happens so many times. Thakur said every day. Now you have to understand that, it happened to Nivira also. Now I can tell you this happens with everybody. Doesn't matter wherever in the world they are. Every successful people has gone through the same doubt and worry that you're going through. But there was just one difference between you and them. And the difference is they just started. And if you want to grow in your life, you got to understand the same philosophy. You have to start it. Rabindranath Tagore said something very beautiful about it. He said, you cannot cross the sea by merely staring into the water. Now, you have the desire to cross the water. You have a desire to go on the other side because there is something on the other side of the sea that excites you, that really fascinates you, but you're not starting it. You're not taking that step. And then you're doubting yourself. You're putting yourself into confusion. You're thinking whether I should do it or not. Like all these kinds of doubts and worries, they're on your mind all the time. And that doubt, I can tell you, can literally stop anybody from growing in their life. Now have a look at there. Just read this quote right there. And I want you to burn this one into your mind, okay? Let me just switch it back. Here it is. You can never cross the ocean until you have the courage to lose the sight of shores. Now, that in terms of a physical ocean that if you want to cross, but when you're going towards your goals, the visions that you have for yourself, the desire you have, the kind of job you want to have, the kind of money you want to earn, the kind of, let's say, relationships you want to build, let's say the kind of income you want to earn, every single thing that you want to have in your life, it's an ocean. But you have to leave the shores. And the shores are the mental barriers. It's the burden that you're carrying on your shoulders. It's the negative self-talk that you keep on doing with yourself. It's the comparison that you with others. It's many different things. But the point here is that those things are keeping you stuck. Why? They are making you to be focused on something that is not there physically, and make you believe that it is the reality, that your doubts are your reality, that your insecurities are your reality, that what other people saying are what your reality. That's not your reality at all, I can tell you that. I can clearly tell you none of that is your reality. The problem is we give too much emphasis on that insecurity, on that comparison, on that what's out there, what doubts we have, but we have to really go past them if we want to grow in our life. And what you have to do, be willing to start without seeing the whole path. Now, this is a magnificent truth that I have learned many, many years ago. If you really want to grow in your life, if you really want to make big things happen in your life, you got to understand this one idea. Be willing to start without seeing the whole path. Now, this is actually a very small, but at the same time, in value, very, very big idea. And if from today's session, this is the only thing that you can take along with you, you are going to feel so happy and you're going to have so great success in your life, I can tell you. I can give you examples here. You know, when Thomas Edison started thinking about creating that bulb, he has no idea how he's going to do it, but he ended up doing it and he became world's best inventor at that time. The person who created the first technological laptop or computer, they had no idea how they are going to do it, but they end up doing it. Why? They have started it. They have started it and they have taken that first step. And if you want to grow in your life, you got to take that first step. Understand that. Take the first step in faith. You got to put faith in your ability. You got to trust that as you grow or as you go along in your life on the path of prosperity, abundance, success, whatever you're seeking, the path will unfold to you. It's like you don't have to see the whole staircase. You got to take the first step. Now, how many of you have actually traveled on a foggy day when there's a lot of fog outside? If you have traveled on a foggy day in your car or in any vehicle, let me know in the chat box. If you have traveled, to one city to another when it was a very, very foggy day. If you've done that, let me know in the chat box. Or if you have traveled with somebody or whatever. Uh-huh. All right. So everybody say yes. Yes. All right. Now understand that when you travel in a foggy day, you cannot see the whole path. Maybe there are a couple of meters that you can see on the road, but you know that from where you are starting and you know where you have to go. Although you cannot see the whole path when you're starting from your home, it's just a couple of meters away from your car that is visible and everything else is covered in the fog. But you have taken the first step in faith. You have started your car and you have started driving. You know why? You know that as I keep going, I will see the more path. I will see the more path. I will see the more path. And then I will end up getting where I want to get. So you have to simply understand that set a big goal that scares you and excites you at the same time. And then take the first step in the right direction. Take that step in the right direction. And then keep doing and keep acting on the ideas that are coming on your mind, because when you move towards something, your goals or whatever that something is, it start moving towards you. Now this is a very strange but a marvelous truth. It's like Earl Nightingale said that. He said, when you start moving towards your goals start moving towards you. But you got to take action on the ideas that you are attracting. It is not going to happen without action, and it is not going to happen without a sense of self confidence in your ability. So you got to take that action. Now, I want to give you a task right now, right here. Think about whatever your goal is. Okay. It could be, improving your business. It could be getting to a better grade in your school or college, or it could be getting a new job, or it could be earning more money, whatever your goal is. Write down the idea that is coming on your mind that you think this is the action that I can take. Write it down. Take a few minutes, take a blank sheet of paper, ask yourself what I have not been trying just because I have doubt and worry. And then write that on a piece of paper. Once you're done, let me know in the chat box. You have to think about the doubts and worries that are coming in your mind. And because of those doubts and worries, which actions you are not taking. Write them down on a piece of paper. The actions that you're not taking. If you got the question, let me know in the chat box. If you're on YouTube, let me know there. If you're on Zoom right here with us, let me know there in the chat box. All right. Yes. Good. All right. I can see a couple of you have said yes. That's good. All right. Now make a commitment with yourself that I'm going to take action on this. Sign it. Make a commitment. Give it to somebody whom you really respect, to whom you cannot lie. That will hold you accountable to really take that action. Otherwise, your paradigms are going to take charge of you and you're not going to take action, I can tell you. It is as clear as it is. You have to give it to someone that you really trust and then really make that decision. Absolutely, you got to make that scariest part count, Chintan. Otherwise, we are always, like fooling ourselves unconsciously in our life, feeling that, okay, whatever, what happens, I'll do it next time, I'll do it when, I'll do it then. And then we don't take it seriously. And that is really, really not a good thing to do. So think about it. Really, really think about it. And then understand that. I'm going to tell you a story now. And I'm going to tell you a story of a lady who started when even she has no clear idea that what she exactly wanted. She just has a vague idea what she wanted, but she started with that vague idea. She kept on building on that vague idea, and she really ended up becoming someone sensational. And it's a real story. It's not a mythical story. It's not something that you cannot know. You can go to her website and you can check it out. She is an absolutely fantabulous lady. And I'm going to tell you about her right now. Okay. And the story is of Jana Stanfield. You can go and check out her on her website, www.janastanfield.com, and you will recognize how powerful her story is. And when she started her journey, she had no clarity. She had no idea on her mind that what her goal is. All she had was an vague idea. And I'm going to tell you what that vague idea was that she had. You know, at that time when she was a very young lady, she had a desire to become a singer. That's all she knew. She has a desire to go into singing. So what she did in the beginning, now she wanted to become a singer, and the first step she knew at that time is, all right, let's start taking classes. So she started taking classes of singing. And from there, she get couple of jobs, like singing at a club for a week or a month, getting those some few dollars, not much, just a couple of small dollars. But that was not enough for her at that time because she was barely earning any money. That was not good for survival. And then what happened? Somebody told her, why don't you just, go and check out some producer, try to work with them. She went there, she tried there, but none of them accepted her. And she realized that she actually wanted to do something really, really different. She wanted to do something so much different, but she has no idea how she's going to do it. So she actually struggled a lot. And then what she did, she understood one thing, that even if I'm going in my life from one failure to another, every failure there is an alternative course of action. What does that mean? That means whenever you experience failure in your life, that's not actually a failure, that is a necessary action that has to take place in your life in order to move you on a path that is meant for you. Many people don't understand that, and I'm going to share a lot more with you about that in a few minutes. And this lady had a very, very unique goal that she discovered later on. Later on, she discovered that she actually had a goal where she wanted to combine music plus comedy, and along with that, plus storytelling and plus motivation. That was her dream. Now, when she had this dream, nobody has ever done that. She wanted to create something that will make people laugh at the same time, that will share a story, and at the same time, that will make somebody feel motivated. And she has no proof at that time whether anybody has done that or not, because nobody has done that at that time. And you can imagine yourself, if you have a goal that nobody has done it before you, you may be feeling like, I am out of the box person, because I'm trying to achieve something that nobody else has achieved. And this may seem on occasions a very scary goal to you. She was that time in the similar situation. And you know what she did? She took a journal and she wrote in her journal that I am an artist and my art is unfolding before me. She wrote that affirmation in one of his journals, in one of her journals. She has no idea how that is going to happen. And along with that, she wrote, the roadblocks that blocked my path has been lifted. And then again, she went ahead with another faith in another step. It was a faith based step she has taken. Now, you know what we said in the beginning? Take that step. Remember that when you are in your life and you're chasing a strange or a big goal, you cannot have a complete blueprint how you're going to achieve that goal. Nobody can have that, I can tell you. Nobody can. In fact, I heard in a seminar, John Kennedy said that. He said, there is no alive soul on the earth who know exactly how they are going to achieve their goal. And not even one of the greatest scientists on the planet can tell you how you're going to achieve your goal. Nobody can tell you the step, but with the right mindset, the steps are going to be revealed with you. Although there are many resources and help available today, but then again, it's the faith that makes sense. It's the faith that actually take you on a different level. So you really got to understand that. Now, when she had that vague goal and she had no idea what to do, then she started doing something very strange. You know what she did? After that, when she had no opportunity, every producer has rejected her. She did a very simple thing. She had a guitar, and wherever she got an opportunity, she started singing. Whether it was the living room where there are a couple of people, whether it was cafes, or it was schools, it was churches, wherever. I mean, wherever she find an opportunity, she was willing and ready to go out there and give her best. That is the kind of attitude we have to develop if we want to achieve our goal. If you got an opportunity, be willing to take that opportunity in the beginning. You got to take it. You got to practice your art. You got to make yourself really a valuable person. And she said, when she was going through all that struggle, she kept on telling herself, I'm not lost, I'm exploring. Such a great affirmation to burn into our mind. Remember the name, it was Jana Stanfield, whose story I'm sharing with you. You know what, at that time she was earning a very small income, and not earning much, and had that big goal. So she was like trying to change couple of things from one job to another job and trying to fulfill her desire. And one day, what happened? She said, okay, she started contacting all the churches, and she started telling them if they can give her an opportunity to be her at the church, and just, for a twice a week or something like that, and sing those songs. And what happened? Those churches really liked that song, and her friends start telling her, why don't you record your songs and just try to sell them? And she thought, how I can do that? She had no belief. But then he remembered, then she remembered, take that step. Her friends helped him, and she take that step. You got to understand, ideas, when they are coming to you, they are coming to you because you are connected with the goal that you have for yourself. Doesn't matter whatever your goal is, doesn't matter where you are. And then she started the magical journey of her life. At the beginning, when she was going to different producers, she has recorded 10 songs, but all those songs were rejected by all the producers she has met at that time. So she decided that I'm going to hire an engineer, and I'm going to give him some money so that he can actually create an album for her. So out of those 10 songs, she created an album of beautifully songs that had music, had comedy, had, motivation. At the same time, they had an amazing storytelling. That's when she got to the turning point of her life. And you know what was interesting? Her turning point came because she came to the first thing, and then she take the step that came to her mind. When she reached there, she take the step again that came to her mind. When she reached there, then again she take the step that came to her mind. When she reached there, she didn't question herself whether my goal is right or wrong. She know that this is what she exactly want to do. Then she again take the next step, and then she didn't stop here. Then she again take the next step, and then the turnaround came. So you see, the only way you can become highly successful in your life is the time when you actually make a very, very strong decision to stay committed and persistent. But at the same time, let's not forget the central idea of today's lesson, and that is, take that step. So you gotta take that step. And you know what? Later on, she ended up selling 100,000 CDs of her recording. She's a TEDx speaker now. She has been invited by on many people shows. In fact, she has spoken on Oprah also, Entertainment Night. I mean, many different things. And in fact, she has even recorded a song in a famous movie that was a 8 second something like that. An awesome thing. So that's what I want to encourage you to do today. Doesn't matter wherever you are in your life. It doesn't matter. She didn't know at that time how she's going to achieve her goal. But you know what she did? She has taken that step. Jana Stanfield, she has actually taken the steps that came in her mind. And if you want to become successful, you got to apply this into your life. Now, I'm going to share with you a little bit of my story here also. In fact, all of my story. Because, in fact, I have done the same thing when I started my career. So I'll take you back to 2015. Okay. At that time, I was a college pass out. I have done my graduation, and I have done my graduation in engineering. And at that time, I was lost. If you ask me, I can tell you I was lost. I have done degree, but I have no skills, I have no experience, and at the same time, I have no knowledge. I openly admit that. Although I was a bright student in the college, but I was a very, very bad guy at that time because I had no skills, nothing. So it's like that I don't have skills in the engineering field, but although I have many other skills like communication and all that stuff that really helped me in my life to find out my next career path. But if you talk about engineering, at that time I was not capable enough to have a good job. So I was struggling, I was lost. And then I have spent like almost 4 5 months at home, completely free, doing nothing. and I was feeling lost, completely lost at what I should do. Then my great friend, and she is like one of the best friend I ever had, she tell me something that I applied. She said, "Why don't you do something rather than just staying at home?" And I thought, I never thought about it because I was always having the self-image. Why should I do any kind of job? But then I decided no matter what comes in my way, I am going to take action. So I took my first job, and that was into HR, not even close to what I have done study and where I am now. But that was the first step I have taken at that time. And from this career path, I have gone to the next career path. And that was a trainer. I have appointed as a trainer since I was good in some of the things like technology, the software teaching and all that stuff, not creating it. So I became a trainer, and I went to colleges, started teaching student about the technological things a little bit that I know at that time, and I did my best I can. But even after a couple of months, that became shut down. Then I came to the next job, and that job I stayed there for almost 1.5 year. That was again into the field, where I was a trainer. I go to colleges, I give talks, I give speeches, I do seminars, and I kind of a selling. It was a selling job that I have done at that time. Not a good record, but there was a quite a good sensible record. Then I had a question on my mind: why there are some people who are like super solid successful, they're like, why I am not? That question leads me to Bob Proctor. Although I have started studying about Bob even when I was in my HR job, but that was not the serious study. It was like here and there sometime. But then I started studying Bob very seriously. And then I asked myself, I'm going to become best at selling, and I'm going to set up an online selling business. So at that time, I just started selling programs and started doing some affiliate marketing and all that stuff. And those 6 and 7 months, I got mentored by one of the greatest mentor I had at that time. I got a lot of programs from Bob that I study, but I keep taking action. And guess what? I started my online business when I have no knowledge about it, but I was willing to take that step. So I started learning it slowly and steadily. I learned how to do prospecting online, how to sell online, how to create conversation with people online, how to do these PowerPoints and all that stuff online. So I was taking one step at a time. So it was a process of almost 2 years. And in the 2 years, I have done some remarkable things for the company with which I was working. Within the first year, for them, it was almost like I have generated a revenue of 50,000 US dollars for that company in almost like 8 or 9 months. That was the turnaround for me. That was the incredible time for me. And it is not about the money, it is about the lives I have touched, the friends I have made, the development, or you can say the impact I have left on those people's life. And that became an incredible turn around for me, which encouraged me that I have to take it to the big level. Then I get into the coaching, and I have set up my own company, Human Potential and Growth. And then from their point onwards, I have never looked back. It is always an upward and ongoing journey. So the point here is, doesn't matter wherever you are right now, take that step that you have in your hand right now. Why? Because you cannot see the whole staircase. You gotta take action. Because if you don't take action, you will be stuck. But keep in mind, action starts with the mindset. It's the thought, feeling, and action. And the person who just work here will not get the results. But the person who build a great mindset, who work on his dominating thoughts, who work on impressing those thoughts to his subconscious will get it. And if I have to draw it, this is what you have to understand. This is your mind. This is your body right there. Your mind is divided into two parts, conscious and subconscious. You have these sensory factors here. You can see, you can smell, you can hear, you can taste, you can touch. Understand that you have higher faculties. This is one of the faculty, imagination. So build a picture of the goal that you have. Think about the goal you have. Impress that goal to the subconscious. Impress it right there. Understand what happened. When you impress that goal right there, this goal is actually going right there in the universe when you are feeling emotionally involved with that. And you know what? You are going to get inspired hunches back from the universe. These can be ideas, these can be resources, these can be people, it can be anything. But as soon as you receive that hunch, it's your job to trust that, plan it to the subconscious, change the vibration of your body, and bang, take action. Because that is when you're going to get the results you're seeking. It's not going to happen overnight, but once it happens, it is going to seem like that you have done a tremendous job in your life. I can tell you from my own story. And when I started off, I had no belief in me. I can literally tell you, I had no belief in me. But it was Bob Proctor who kept on saying me over and over again through his program. If you don't believe in yourself, borrow my belief in you and trust it. And this is exactly what I'm going to tell you today. If you don't believe in yourself, borrow my belief that I have in you. Take inspired action. Take action on your ideas. And if you're ready to make the jump, make that jump. Get involved into our coaching programs. Ask yourself a question. If I can give you so much value right here in these free coaching calls, imagine the amount of value you're going to get when you will be getting coached by me. You cannot even imagine that. All you got to do is, we are just a one message away. I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, I am on YouTube. Just check out there. If you find my email on YouTube, drop me a mail, or you can just drop your number, so, in the YouTube chat. I'll get back to you. But the important point is, make a decision to change your life. Nothing happens until you make a decision. It all starts with the decision, my dear friends. It all starts with a decision. And you got to make that decision. Not for me, not for anybody else. You have to make this decision for yourself. It's your life, it has to be your decision. Whatever stories I have shared with you, I have shared these stories because I want to impress a message on your subconscious. I don't want to impress you. I want to impress the message to your subconscious mind. Yes, I have my story, but my story is not created overnight. It's a 5 years of consistent effort. And if I can do it, you can do it too. All you got to do is be prepared and we be willing to really, really get into the action. So now, if you have questions, bring them right there in the chat box. I will be really, really happy to answer your questions. Absolutely. If anybody wants to book a free session, they absolutely can. That's great, Chintan. Thank you so much for sharing that link. So you can go to the link that Chintan has posted right there in the Zoom. Chintan, if you can post the same on our YouTube, that would be great. That would be awesome. Go to the link and just sign up for a free session. I would love to talk to you about your life, talk to you only about you, and then show you how I can help you. And now, take benefit of your golden opportunity. Any questions, bring them right there in the Q&A box, and I will answer them very, very happily. What should I do? My goals clash on each other. Your goals never clash on each other. It's about making a decision. Many people have many goals, Thakur. Like you can have 10, 20, 30, 50 different goals, but that doesn't mean you have to achieve all of them at the same time. You are thinking it clashes because you might be thinking This one is in a different field. This one is a different field. How I can achieve that? Ask yourself a question: which one is more important for you right now? And whichever is important, go for that one. Goal never clashes. It's just the choices or it's the mindset that clashes. Okay. So you may ask yourself a question: which one is more important for me right now? Ask yourself which is more important and then go ahead and take action on that. Perfect. I like it. Great question, by the way, Thakur. All right, who has the next question? What do I do to be consistent in my action? All right, so here is your answer, Naivira. Now, since you are into our group, in our Facebook, in our program, I want you to message me every single day. I do this with only people who are a part of our programs. Okay, so since you're a part of our program, Naivira, every single day, send me a message about the action that you're going to take. It can be one, two, three, four, five, or whatever, and then makes yourself a commitment that I am going to do these actions. And the best you can do is create a contract. On that contract, write down that I'm going to do these actions every single day. Do your signature here and write a statement that my signature is my commitment to myself that I'm going to take action on these ideas. And if I don't take action, that means I don't value my signature. And I know you value your signature. I know you love it. So you will not try to stop yourself. Understand that if your results are actually not there, so you may feel demotivated, but understand that it's only the action that will help you at the end of the day. So keep taking action, Nigeria. Keep taking it. Okay, find somebody who you really respect, have them as your accountability partner, because nothing happen until or unless you have an accountability partner. Without accountability partner, nah, it's not happening. All right, so who has the next question? A lot of people on YouTube. Let's see if they have questions or not. YouTube, if you have questions, type right there. Thank you so much, Chintan, for sharing those links. So, guys, Chintan has shared the link of the YouTube channel. He has also shared the link of our Facebook group. You can be a part of our Facebook group. There are a lot of giveaways going on, and you can be on a part of our YouTube community. We have a lot of affirmation recorded, prayers right there uploaded, even the manifestation affirmation. So you can use those tools that we have for free. All right, so if you have a question, guys, let me know that I have a question. If we have no more question, we can simply then just switch off the call for today, and then I'll see you on Thursday. If you have no more question, just simply type no question and Q. YouTube, anybody has a question? If you guys have a question, you can type there. All right, then I don't feel we have any more questions. Perfect. All right, then no problem. That's wonderful. All right, guys. So thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here on the coaching hour. If you like the coaching hour, invite your friends, invite your family. This happens twice every week, every Tuesday and every Thursday. And I'm looking forward to see you in the next call with another beautiful lesson that will be on fear. So make sure you be there, you attend it, because it is going to expand your awareness to the next level. So I'll see you next time. Till then, take care, have a great life, and keep chasing your dreams. Bye bye, and see you on Thursday. Thank you.